It's always a delay.
After
three. 3, 2, 1. Oh, sorry, after 1. 3, 2, 1. It's always like a second.
Oh, hold on, wait. I need to show you this.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'll figure it out. Hello, uglies, and welcome back to Stay on the Line, a horror genre podcast hosted and created by me, Tara Cardin. Every week, Zanny and I, for at least the next 8 weeks, we are talking about Dragula, the unofficial Dragula recap series hosted by me and Zanny X. And we will be reviewing episode 3 of season 4 of Dragula, a Shudder exclusive. Zanny, how are you doing?
I'm good. Can I just say, I have this gag that I wanted to show you. The way that I'm so into blood right now.
What is this? I don't know what this is.
It's a blood bag holding my liquids.
Why? Where did you get that?
The bar last night. I just brought it home with me.
That's cute. It looks right into the camera. This bitch is crazy.
I'm good though. Life is great.
That was the fastest intro I've ever done.
Yeah.
Oh, and we have new episodes every Thursday. So,
Every single Thursday.
We record right after the episode. This one actually came out kind of on time. It was 10 minutes late, but that's better than 2 hours. So
yeah, props to Shudder for getting it together.
Kind of.
Yeah,
let's see how next week goes.
Yeah, one of these weeks.
How was your Halloween weekend?
It was busy, but I got to do some traveling, and I'm back home, and I think I have one more weekend, and then I get to just breathe for a little bit. How was what did you do for Halloween? Who were you?
Actual Halloween day?
Yeah.
I did nothing. It was amazing.
As you should.
I had brunch with 2 friends, and then one friend, one of the friends there, we went to Joanne Fabrics, where I got some fabric, where I got some vinyl. You can kind of see it right behind me.
I'm glad you called it Joanne and not Joanne's, because I just learned this week that it's not Joanne's.
It's Joanne Fabrics, for those who don't know. It's not Joanne's. Mine's is... when y'all say mine's, y'all take me here. Have you seen that video?
No.
It's this girl, she's have a background of mine, a mines. And she was like, when y'all say mines, y'all take me here. I'm in the mines. It's mine. Possess it. He's mine. You're mine. Mines? This is where y'all take me.
This is a place, mama.
I went to Joanne Fabrics, and then we played Super Smash Bros, and we went to Chili's after, and then watched a scary movie. It was Polaroid. The movie's called Polaroid. Not a good movie. However, it has a pretty cool death in it. Can I spoil the death for you?
Go ahead. Is it the camera?
Yeah. Polaroid. Who would have thought? Spoiler alert for the movie Polaroid. So it's about a demon who, if you take a picture with the Polaroid, it the demon pops up in the picture and kills the person later on who is in that photo.
Very Goosebumps book. You remember that Goosebumps?
That's what I said. I said this is very Goosebumps.
Yeah.
And so this one person is taking the photo of, and the demon grabs because if you damage the photo, it damages the person, right?
Ooh.
So the demon takes the photo with the person in it and rips it in half down vertically, and then you see the person rip in half vertically. And it's a PG-13 movie, so that was the only death that you really see. So I was like, okay, they were like, let's get this in.
Yeah, we're gonna make sure you guys see.
Yeah, but that movie is starring 30-year-olds, late 20-year-olds playing high schoolers, and it's not convincing at all. But yeah, that's all I did on Halloween Day. I did not dress up because this month, October's just been crazy. And I just did my show on Friday. I wore that leather face outfit, which you can see on my Instagram at Terracard, TerrahCard. One of my favorite outfits I've ever made, so...
Oh yeah, I saw it. I was like, this is everything.
Who are you?
I was just a little demon elf, little baddie. Yeah, you want to do the James Charles?
No, I was out of focus, so I
know, I saw it. I watched you go blurry, and I was like,
you got the juice hit you real hard. You were like, why is everything getting blurry?
Yeah, this drink that I took over the bar. And then I had a show that night. We did our Halloween show, which was it was a spooktacular event. And then I went home, and then I put up all of my Christmas decorations.
Yeah. For those who didn't see, I just rolled my eyes. I don't care about Christmas at all. Tara's a mean bitch. You know what? It's life made me a bitch. I'm supposed to be a bitch, to quote La Tavalera. It's okay. You know what?
For the fourth
life
time.
Life may be a big nasty cunt, as I get called a lot. I get called a big nasty cunt. So life made me a big nasty cunt, and that is okay.
That's me being like, life made me a bitch with IBS, and that's what's up.
I had to break down time zones to you earlier, so that was interesting.
Okay, first of all, I know what a time zone is. I just don't know where they are.
That would implement that you don't know what time zones are, though.
Like, I know that there's different times.
Let me say the story.
Zones.
Let me say the story. Shutter comes out at 12 p.m. Eastern, and
Yes.
Zanny messages me at 10 p.m. Central Time. Is it out now? And I said no. It comes out at 11 p.m. Central. And then Zanny goes, so does that mean it comes out at 1 a.m.? And I was like, no. Like multiple question marks. Are you serious? You amaze me sometimes. You really do. You really do.
I feel like the migraine I give you.
It makes my head hurt. It really do. But I'm going to start on working on my new outfit soon. I have a pattern that I got from the internet about how to make a corset, so I'm going to try and
Oh, yay, work.
a corset with some cool fabric. I don't know if it's on the... you can't see it. You just see a trash bag. Don't worry, it's just a body.
Also, for the viewers listening and watching currently, we get to have this little chit-chat moment beforehand because this episode is so short. So now you get to hear us just be ourselves for a moment.
Well, I mean, I think we talked this long on the last one, too. Look what I have.
Oh, that is so
Do you know what this is?
Isn't that their,
Dragmorta and Swanthula.
Yeah, that's their new... Is that their new one?
Yeah, this is their merch.
That's crazy. It doesn't look like me.
We just watched the newest episode of Dragula, and overall thoughts, it was a decent it was okay. It was just an okay episode. I wasn't too much of a fan of who went home, but we'll get right into that. Isn't that right, Xandria?
Yeah, we will jump in to the gig.
All right, so we're start off with a very short skit by the Boule Brothers. Love that it's short. Them doing like a little wild west kind of thing, and they say something about like, "Who we're gonna find a man and spit roast him." I was like, not the Dommy Mommies coming out.
No, I know. I was like, oh my god, what are we watching?
Yeah, and then nothing really happens. Israel gets shot. That's the end of their skit. So it's a new
Can I
day.
just say the way that they walk off? The way they walk off was not.
That's my favorite thing. Like, that's how baby queens like walk when they're walking around. They're very much like
very that
marching.
Like,
oh, when the saints go marching in.
Oh, when the saints go.
Speaking of saints, the next day they congratulate their win. They drag Mary a lot because they're like, "Girl, how are you safe?" Zavaleta says, people that just suck the air out of the room, and looks immediately at Mary. And I was like, oh my god, like, they are really coming for her this episode. Which I was like, there's a lot of Mary this episode. She either is in the top or is in the bottom.
Very
that does not
because they
happen.
went hard.
Coco is upset by the whole thing. Dolly doesn't care about anything. And they're talking about, like, who went home. And everyone's like, yeah, I think Astrid went home because her attitude was kind of, like, messy. And then Hoso's like, they were just feeling a type of way. And even Dolly was like, I've never seen her act like that. That was really shocking to me.
And Hoso was very much like, I think we all have bad days.
I think we all have bad days.
I think we all can sing.
And then Bitter Betty walks in, and everyone's like, yay! And Hoso can't even pretend to be excited to see her.
Hoso doesn't even look, and Hoso literally goes, viewers can't see this, but Hoso literally goes, or listeners can't see this, she just turns around, she goes...
Yeah, she, like, looks at her, and then turns immediately back to the camera, like, oh, okay.
I felt so bad. I was like, I feel like I'm watching such a high school crush little moment.
Bitter brings up, like, girl, you didn't look excited to see me, and Hoso, like, explains themselves, and Zavaleta brought up their conversation that was like, girl, you're here for you, don't be thinking about no one else. And then Mary Cherry makes a joke like, girl, don't get digmatized, because it's gonna send you home.
She said, don't get digmatized by a dick you haven't even had yet. Proud of Hoso, because Hoso was like, I don't think Bitter had the drive to be there. And then Bitter was like, so you didn't want to see me? You don't look too happy? And she was like, I don't think you have the drive to be here. Like, I was like, you better say what you had said behind, like, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, you better have that. You better be respectful and say what you had said.
And then Bitter was like, yeah, I was kind of down on myself. Yeah. So I was like, well, yeah.
Which is, like, foreshadowing at the end when Bitter was like, I don't know my placement. And everyone was like, girl, shut up. Shut up.
Yeah. It was not that much drama. I feel like actual drama this episode. So before they can continue on with this conversation, they get an alert to go into the stage room, the theater, where the Boule Brothers are on the TV. And what is our challenge, Zanny?
So their challenge is Wild West. I forgot the other word.
Weird Wild West.
Weird Wild West. And so they have to do a look that is inspired by the Wild West, a little bit of sci-fi in it, open to creative elements, but they just have to do something that is, you know, in that element of Western, weird, and wild, and West.
The winner gets a $1,000 shopping spree to somewhere.
It was to a store.
So they go back into the boudoir and they talk about cowboys and stuff. And this is like really just like, it was a moment where, okay, so Mary and Zavaleta go off to the side and Mary's like, girl, I'm always safe and I'm scared for this challenge. And then quickly it goes into like, Sigourney's like, I'm going to show fashion. And everyone's like piling on Sigourney. And I think it's because she's very quiet.
Yeah.
And in the confessional, they're like, why is everyone like jumping on my ass for some reason? And then Bitter goes, well, where is it, girl? And yeah, that didn't really help her case. Zavaleta jumps on Mary. Dolly is... carrying Sigourney around. It was kind of funny. Just
oh my god, I laughed so hard because like Sigourney and Dolly have their moment. It's so cute, and then like Zava's literally like, "I'm getting on you, Mary," and Mary's like, "Don't," and then she just jumps on.
Yeah, and it's like so literally bouncing on her, like
it's like bouncing on her back, and Mary's literally like, get off of me.
Yeah.
It was so stupid.
And then everyone, like, it's just like a playful time in the boudoir where everyone just starts like rodeoing like around.
Rodeoing, like going around the table, the little coffin table. I was like, this is so much fun.
Now they are going around the area and they're talking about their looks. So Sigourney is doing a Mugler inspired look. Coco is doing a pig lady. And she said, if I was back then, I'd be hooking. And I was like, okay, work. Dolly talks about putting texture in their outfits. This is when they pretend they're doing their outfits, and I think they just do 99.9% of their outfit at home, and then they get there and they're like, okay, I'm gonna pretend I'm doing something. It's very much that.
The last one I think I watched the first with my mom, and I was like, they're literally not. I forgot who it was, but I was like, they were applying like fabric paint to their thing, and I was like, you can tell they're not doing it because their paintbrush is dry, and they only have like on the table it was a tube of paint that was unopened. Mm-hmm. There was like no palette to put the paint on. There was no cup of water. Like there was nothing, and they were just like painting fabric with a dry brush, being like,
"Wow, drag her." Betty is talking about doing a Dolly Parton inspired look, but is like Terminator inspired. And then when you go to the runway, you will soon realize that you just see one of those things. But I'm not going to say which one yet. Mary is doing a Mae West alien. She says she's not confident in her look. And then she also pulls out that blonde wig that everyone owns.
I literally was like, I have this wig. I have 3 of them.
Everyone has that wig. It was like on Drag Race, UK and Canada, and I think US all in like 1 year. It's that blonde, wavy, flat wig.
And she's 42 inches.
Yeah, and she's like, I'm going to do something with this, but I got to style it or something. She looks crazy when she puts it on. How did you feel about everyone's kind of run through everything?
I thought it was ironic that both Mary and Coco were like, we're going to do a brothel look. I was like, that's going to be tea. Some of them, like, I felt like were really smart ideas. The Dolly Parton moment, when I heard that, I was like, and then I was like, actually, no. I would actually love to see a spook Dolly. Like, I would love to see that. So I'm really hyped for that.
I hope we see that too someday.
And then when they're like, I'm gonna throw Terminator in, I was like, no, don't, you know. But there's that, and like even like the pig and the brothel look, like they could have been 2 separate. Like you could have been a pig, you could have been a brothel bitch. Like I think people are trying they're trying so hard to be creatively unique that they're missing like just the basic elements.
Oh my gosh, yes. Like y'all don't have to reinvent the wheel. Sometimes you just got to use the same framework as the wheel.
Very that.
Okay.
There were no like Western. I mean, there were a few. There was some moments. Mm-hmm. I just wanted more to the theme.
Yeah. Well, and Zavaleta did talk about doing a look inspired by the man who started the revolution in Mexico, and it was a tribute to her sister. She also gets very emotional. I really did like this because it made me a little bit emotional too watching it. She was talking about her sister who passed away from cancer. She says her line, "I'm a bitch for a reason," because, you know, when her mother was like crying, burying the sister, Zavaleta had to be that like stone cold, like she was not allowed to cry because she had to be strong for her family and take care of their niece who was just a baby when they were 13. So that was just like crazy, that story. And I thought it was like also amazing hearing more about Zavaleta, because I said earlier in the season that we're going to get to know Zavaleta and it's going to make me like them a little bit more. Even Bitter Betty goes over and she was like, your story just spoke to me, and you know, she was like, I like you, like, you know, it's okay that you're a bitch, but, you know, like, you're also likable as well. And Zavaleta says, yeah, I get along with older people.
I screamed so hard. The way they are so witty, that's why I'm like, you're a smart person. Mm-hmm. The way that they can, like, make a clap like that and, like, just understand emotional boundaries and humor, like, they're a sick bitch. I was very impressed with that.
I mean, it wasn't a produced story. It was just like a real-ass story.
Yeah.
I totally forgot about this. So it's the next day, right? That was them talking. And they come in to do their makeup, and all you hear is crickets. And Mary goes, so you guys want to hear a story? And Kendall was next to me, Kendall Michaels, and was like, girl, one of the producers was just like, can y'all talk about something?
And Mary was like, I'll talk about myself.
Oh my god, and we get this montage of it is so fucking funny. This is why, like, the episode so far is good so far to me. I like the episode so far.
Yeah.
Because it's a montage of Mary telling the story in this intercut, like laying over like she's talking forever. It's so fucking funny.
It's and she's like talking to herself. She's like, and then I said this. No, wait, I didn't do that. No, maybe I did. I don't remember if I did that. But then like this happened, and like
we went to his car, and when we started to pull out, and we were drinking so much, like it's cutting like crazy like that. It's whoever the editor was so shady. I thought that was so funny. But now
it was the same editor that did the your prop didn't work, and then it cuts to the
oh my god.
Someone is not getting paid right, and they know it.
The Boule Brothers, it's now runway time. The Boule Brothers look good. I'm going to pull up their looks right now. Oops. So the Boule Brothers, they come out in this very structured bodysuit. It's like the Amazon bodysuit, but like cooler.
Yeah.
It's
very
good.
top heavy.
Oh, they have different hair. I just noticed that.
Yeah, that was one thing where I was like, they have different hair, and I'm not a fan of it.
I thought it was okay. I forgot to say earlier, in their like cowboy looks, they also were wearing different looks too, which I like because they're pretty unison in what they wear.
They do look unison. It's just like in this one, they were like the makeup is the same, the look is the exact same, every accessory is the same. So the fact that their hair were different, I was like,
I swear Drag had black hair later on. Did they switch a wig? I don't know. I mean, the hair itself looks nice.
Also, I wish looks so good on Swan.
I wish they just did a different color, because it's been now 3 runways of them wearing black, and I wish they just did it in, like, even if they just like did like cowboy embellishments to it, because it's Weird Wild West, right? That would have really like made the look even better.
I love how they said on episode 3, they said scratch the all white contacts and give us the ones with the pupil holes.
Yeah, well, they got to see it at some point.
Yeah, they're like, we gotta see them doing.
We gotta see the runways.
Them
you know what? Maybe
all the runways, like
maybe they couldn't see the runways this episode, and that's why their critiques were like that.
Their choices were choices.
So we are gonna go. Well, our judges this week are Trixie Mattel and Orville Peck. Then we go into our runways. Trixie does crack some jokes, quote unquote, again. And there's one point where she says something that's supposed to be funny, and then it's just silence. And, like, someone goes like,
Yeah, they go,
Our first person up is Bitter Betty, who does... Betty. Explain this look to the people who cannot see it.
So this look is very, I don't know, it's like... vintage. It's like country. She's got like a gun that is also a guitar that's like she's wearing like a very westerny dress that's kind of like ripped up and a little burnt, a little like
a saloon dress.
Yeah, a saloon dress. It's got some like scuff marks on it. Not really Dolly hair, but like a big blonde wig. And then like the part that makes it like Terminator, there are quotation marks there, is that she painted over one of her eyes all white and then did
the side of her mouth. Yeah.
And then the side of the mouth is the same thing and wore red contact. I expected like, I don't know, maybe some cords or some like reflective metallic or something to make it a little bit more cyborg. This looks very Halloween makeup for a costume contest.
I agree. It's very much like the girl who doesn't do spooky who's like, oh girl, I'm going to turn it out this Halloween. Just wait until you see.
Just wait until you see. And then does a pageant face and then adds just a little edit in the corner.
Yeah, literally me when I do my makeup. I'm going to change it up. Does like red eyebrows. Like, I was not a fan of this look. And I'm surprised it was in the top. Like, this is, to me, this is, like, a very safe look.
To me, it was also, like, a pretty safe bottom. It was safe. It was safe. I would not have said bottom. It was a safe moment.
Yeah.
It was very safe.
And then up next, we have Coco, who did this pig lady-inspired look. I really like the face prosthetic. Coco does this, like, kind of... I don't even know how they make it, but they do this... chubby cheek kind of
very Miss Piggy chubby cheek moment.
Yeah, or if y'all know the radiator lady from that movie, I forget what it's called. She has chubby cheeks like that. It's very much like that, and she has the pig nose, and it's a very it's her infamous like meat corset. I like the tights, and then it's like a pink, kind of like a saloon dress, another saloon dress with a fan. And they were not a fan of how clean the dress looked. I did like the makeup, especially when, at one point, Coco's eyes, nose, and mouth start smoking. I thought that was a really cool
I like that
to the presentation.
A lot. The wig didn't make sense for me fully.
Yeah, I see that.
I would have liked maybe being able to see like some pig ears or something. The shoes were sickening. Like those, I love them. They're like little, like pig hooves.
Okay.
The fan is like a weird accessory that doesn't really make sense to me. I get being like hot and you're in the western desert, but like it's just like a generic, just like clackety clack fan.
Yeah, it doesn't have like texture to it.
There's no texture. There's no like print on it. You could have like ripped it up a little bit. You could have burned it a little bit. You could have put blood on it. Like it's just literally just a prop. And then the jewelry accessories, they don't really fit to me the vibe. Like if you're working at a brothel, you're not going to be wearing a pearl necklace.
You'll get one though.
You'll get one.
Come.
Come. I did not come here for that joke, Tara.
We'll say it's an okay look. Like, to me, I get Coco being in the bottom later on, but I think she should have just been a safe bottom compared to some other looks that we saw. I was saying this to Kendall. You know how I really would have, like, loved a different approach to this? Is if she was, like, a smoked ham and was, like has some... Like, you know, like in a weird alien way. It was like a smoked ham who was cutting the meat off of their body and, like, selling it.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, this one especially, like, you could have done the pig thing, and you could have done the brothel woman. Like,
or, like a Wild West butcher of some sort. But like, they're like a pig.
Take them away. Separate them.
Like a pig butcher that kills, like, humans.
That kills humans instead of...
Gagatantra uglies.
me on 5 being like...
Coco!
here's my pig butcher look. I came up with this idea myself.
Coco, I'm taking that look. Sorry. Zanny, real quick, we are going to go to an ad break, and when we come back, we're going to be talking more about Dragula, Season 4, Episode 3. The Weird Wild West episode. Uglies.
Hello, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that beautiful, delicate little ad. We are back and ready to dive into the rest of this episode. So... plug your headphones in and do whatever you're doing and get ready. Because we're about to get spoopy, wild, and western.
Western? Wow, very Eurocentric of you. You will be canceled after this.
You will be canceled.
There will be blood.
You're gonna die.
So up next, we have somebody. We have Zavaleta. So Zavaleta came out in the look that we explained earlier. So
when I took my notes, I said, this is hot. The way they smiled, I loved it. The teeth, I loved it. The outfit, I loved it. So they've got like an oversized, like, I don't want to say straw hat. I think it's a straw hat.
Just say a sombrero.
Sombrero.
Because that's kind of like what it is in a way.
Yeah, and they've got
and sombrero means hat.
Oh, I didn't know that. Learn something new I've obviously knew that. I'm fucking with you.
I don't think you did, though.
I know. I
don't think you did, though.
I didn't know my time zones, but I do know what. They have like a gun arm piece.
That was sick. What was that?
Anyways.
What was that?
I think Tristan's awake.
But what was that noise?
I think he got scared. Sorry.
Did he wake up in his sleep and scream?
No, I think he's watching someone play a scary video game on YouTube.
That scared the shit out of me. I thought someone broke into your apartment.
So did I. I thought he was in the shower.
Not us, not me, fully, what? Imagine if someone, came in through that doorway, and I just, watched them.
Coco comes, her head just comes out of the corner.
What did you say?
With a...
Oh my god. We were talking about the gun.
Yeah, so they have a really cool gun arm. It's almost like Terminator style. They're wearing a sash of bullets. Mm-hmm. The color story, it's red and browns and I just like it that they have teeth inserts. That's
shark teeth, yeah.
Yeah, and it's 2 sets, which that was really cool because some people they just have the teeth and I'm that's cool, but this is teeth on teeth. And then this way they sold it. This is the first look where they came in where I was this is a character. And they were in the character's energy for the whole time.
I really liked it. Genuinely, this was one of my favorites in the look when I was watching it too. I said that they looked really cool, and they do look sexy too.
Yeah, I was this is hot.
Just the gun itself looked really awesome. Up next, we have Sigourney, who first came out. Displayed is not the entire look, but because they had another reveal into a gold outfit.
Another one?
Oh, geez, another one?
Into a what? A gold outfit?
Sigourney comes out in kind of a triangle dress that goes to the floor. It's blue with white stars.
It's very American inspired. There's fringe and it's very American flag kind of vibes. Kind of rodeo styled.
I did not like this outfit, so I was okay, they're probably going to take this off because I don't see how this is Mugler inspired.
I was I see how they're taking this off because the production showed them painting their legs blue. So when I was why did she paint her legs blue if she's wearing a dress to the ground with a zipper in the middle? Oh, it's a reveal.
Oh yeah, and she also painted her skin blue and is wearing an orange wig. They reveal into, I think it's supposed to be the Mugler outfit that's red that Naomi Campbell has worn.
Yeah.
I think even Naomi Smalls did a reference to that look too.
Which, can I just say, I'm gonna say it, I am not a fan when queens paint their bodies colors when they could be wearing tights that are that color or have fabric that's color, because you can still have it look like skin. That way it doesn't look patchy.
I agree,
because in the reveal you could see, because in the moment it looks great, but you're sitting backstage for 2 to 3 hours, you're waiting to go online, they're taking 5 or 6 edits,
you're sitting down, you're moving, you're touching things.
By the time you get your moment, it's gonna crease, it's gonna fall off, it's gonna smear, it's gonna get on other things. And it did do that, and it was patchy. I've never seen someone do a body paint underneath fabric and it not happen like that. Yeah. So I just wish it would have liked.
Yeah, and the gold outfit is cute, but I just don't see how it ties into
the theme.
It's an Alien, which is cool because not many people did Alien, but the Teddy Mugler relation does not make sense.
Also,
to
there's
me.
a demonic creature. I think it's I don't know who it is, but it's in the center of the thing.
That too doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, so it was a lot of elements that it to me this looks like a very that almost looks like it was let me add this to make it spooky. Let me add the white contacts to make this a little bit more. But it didn't really add to the theme because the theme was Western, alien sci-fi, and it's not. None of this was sci-fi. This was just Western with some Spirit Halloween thrown on it,
Well, it's an alien, so I guess that's the sci-fi addition to it. The face looks good. The hair looks good. The gold outfit looks nice, except for the devil thing in the middle. Didn't really care for the blue one, but it's just to me it doesn't correlate. So I just want to give it some compliments because it seems this whole time we've been reviewing this series, it seems we just don't like Sigourney.
No, I love Sigourney.
But I do like Sigourney. It just seems
I will say the same thing I've said for, I don't remember who else you said this about, but their looks are 100%. Like, this is everything is fitting correctly, everything is styled correctly, everything is stoned the way it needs to be stoned. The wig, I love the wig, I love the makeup, I love the face, like, look, like, all this I love. It just, to me, did not give me what the theme was.
Up next, we have Saint. And Saint did this. Oh my god, I have it like completely cropped weird. Saint was a cow, in case you couldn't get from what Zana was saying. Can you explain this look to us?
So this is like it's like a white bodysuit, but it has like some accents to the hips. Kind of like some bone structure that looks very cow.
Kind of like my cape.
Kind of like your cape. The shoulders of your cape, except on the hips. I would have liked a little bit more on it, though. Like, it does look kind of like, it's just kind of there. Like, it doesn't look as exaggerant, but I do like it. And then they have, like, a shoulder pad, and they've got a cool little hat that has the horns, like a cowboy hat. They've got udders on their little chestaroni. And then their makeup is, I loved their makeup. It doesn't give me, like, cow. It gives me almost, like, Kiss vibes, but I could see with the outfit that it was a cow.
I just wish that, because I do like they had the heels with the spurs on it too. I just wish that Saint also had some, like, I don't know, maybe like milk carton, like, guns. Like, it's that would be so dumb.
They're, like, if you look at this look, like, it's sickening, but all of their accessories, like, their necklace is a cowbell, but it's so small. They have
it is
a nose,
tiny.
like, septum piercing, kind of like a bull would, but it's literally the size of a dime. Their horns are maybe like 3 or 4 inches. Their hips are kind of small. Like, the spools on their shoes, like, they have all of these really iconic accessories, but you have to, like, zoom in to see them. So I wish they would have been a little bit more exaggerated. Like, the nose ring could have been like a whole hoop. The bell could have been like a, they could have been holding the bell, being like, like,
yeah. And that's what they said with the runway, is like, they like the look, which I do. I really do like this look. I think it's really cute. It was just the performance wise, because they were judging the performance in this challenge.
I also could not tell. Sorry, I couldn't tell if the bodysuit was stained on purpose or if that was just.
It does look stained, yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't tell what that was from. It looks like they probably got like a makeup on part of it, and they're like, "Fuck," and they were like, "Let me just smear makeup on all of it so it looks intentional."
I don't know, but I mean, I still think it's like a really cute look. Like, if I saw them out, I'd be like, "Oh, work, bitch. Let me get a photo with you."
I did put at this point. I said, "This is one of my favorites." Confused on the Saints, though. So this is before we saw the other people. Like, this was one of my tops from what we'd seen so far.
Yeah. After Saint, we have J. Jolie. J. Jolie did what looks like... The only thing I can describe it as is it looks like Samus from the self-proclaimed game. You know that bitch Zero Suit Samus? Now get rid of the zero. Put her in the suit. This is her. And I just feel like,
Give rid of the zero.
If you play Super Smash Bros., there's one of the colors of, like, you can change the colors, and one of them looks like this color where it's like pink and white. And Jade has this wig on that I feel it's yellow, and they have this staff thing that's an alien with a cowboy hat on. The alien looks not well. I like how it's stoned, the outfit. I don't like the boots.
So what confuses me is, like...
I'm trying to find a compliment.
She's an alien.
Like, it just seems like I'm being rude. Like, it really does.
I just don't get, like, she's an alien herself, but then the alien on the thing is, like, it's supposed to be, like, a human alien thing. It doesn't make sense. It should have been a human head. She should have been an alien. Would have been more understanding of that.
Oh, yeah, that would have been better.
Look like you're going to the rodeo like down the street at the Coliseum on a Tuesday afternoon, and then the outfit is like, 3000 and late, Fergie, futuristic,
3008,
3000, living its life, and then the shoes are very like,
it's too short.
I'm a horse girl. Like, I'm a horse girl. I do horse shit.
I hate you.
It just doesn't make sense. And then, like, they also, like, their outfit is supposed to is blacklight inspired. They have a chest piece that glows, but, like, the wig is not a neon reactive wig. The makeup is not UV reactive. The green is, but the red is not. And the purple and the slime is also not. So they have these moments where it's supposed to, like, they cut the lights out, and it's supposed to be this glowing moment, and it's just, like, kind of, like, dull.
You can't see it that well.
I also wrote, like, Jade, and I said, Jade is making it known that she has props this season. Because every runway she has done, her props have literally been what gets her to the next level. She did like the sunscreen little gag. She did the pulling the head out of her bag gag.
Oh, okay.
The first one she did the worms and the bugs. This one she did the alien head that she pulled the goo out of. Like,
yeah,
she is skating by props and not by her energy or her look, and it's killing me.
And I was shocked because the Boule Brothers say this to themselves, not with the other judges, that they thought her look was overwhelming and how she's fading into the back, but somehow she was still safe. So I was like, okay, work.
Yeah, it's the boots for me, to be honest. Those boots drive with this outfit. They're not even the same color story. They're gold.
They're pretty atrocious. But up next we have Dolly. Now, Dolly is kind of like on the same spectrum of Zavaleta, where they did like a space cowboy with dueling pistols. And to me, it readed like a little Mad Max, which isn't bad.
Yeah.
And they did their signature like Dolly makeup. They look good. Not much to say. It's like signature Dolly. If you watch the Resurrection episode, it's kind of similar to her vampire look.
Yeah, I loved this. The one thing I did probably is like they walked with so much confidence, and I don't know if this is like they're finally confident, or if it's just like they've done something like this so many times that they're in their zone. To me, this was like the winner for this week. In my opinion, like I was very much in love with it, but I have seen them do something very similar. I absolutely loved it. I think it was sickening. I think the details. I think the fact they made it themselves. There's literally nothing about this outfit that I could clock, and I think it fit the theme. Like I wanted this so much and more for this theme. Like this is the theme.
Yeah, it looks good. I mean, I think either Dolly or Zavaleta could have won this week, and I don't know if I just said it, but like the Boule Brothers even pointed out that they could be like from the same universe, like be villains in a comic book, or like antagonists towards each other. It was good. I see why Zavaleta won, and I think that was also deserving too.
Oops, spoiler alert.
So up next, we have Mary Cherry. Mary Cherry is doing a red look with green makeup, kind of similar to what we were saying earlier, where like they paint their arms like green, but like it just doesn't look right. And it's supposed to be like a Cyclops kind of one-eyed monster, but it doesn't read like one eye at all. It just reads like a black bar on her face, and then like wonky, like a unilash that's like going 3 different ways on the top, and then on the bottom there's just like corner lashes.
It is not it. I would be so ashamed of this look.
And she just bunched up the wig and put the hat on.
The dress is too short. Literally doesn't even go to the ground. I can see her toes peeping out.
Now, from the dress alone, from like the corset up, it's a cute dress. That would be like a cute like Wild West look. But the hat isn't. The hat is lopsided.
The fact that I can
it's
see
just
the
makeup. The makeup just didn't
lifting
work.
on the side. The makeup is not it at all.
Very shocked that she was yet again safe this week. And they liked her look.
Yeah.
They even liked her look. They didn't critique her head on. It was one of those where they sit to themselves and talk about it. They liked what she was doing, which I was so confused. Maybe those like Scoleros like really got them this week. I don't know. I was just confused by the process. Up next, and I believe this is our last person on the runway. Yep. Hoso does like a
What was that?
It was my phone. It landed like right on the spacebar, so I was like, oh god, it just stopped recording. Hoso does this like alien cactus look, which I really like. The cactus arms have like guns in them, which was very like reminiscent to me of like Time Splitters or...
Oh my god, I love Time Splitters. That was my favorite game.
Yeah, that's like what it reminded me of.
I played it every day.
I don't remember which one I played. I just remember the monkey with the banana guns.
The monkey with the banana guns. That was Time Splitters too.
I like the headpiece and the makeup. It's really the accessories of like the cactus that are doing it, but from the waist down, it is the same splotchy paint that we've been critiquing. Because you can see like they didn't really paint their like crotch area that well, and it just looked like really saggy. Like the torso just doesn't match with the rest of the outfit.
It was definitely one of my favorite looks. It is very top heavy though. I do like the fabric of the pants, and I like the way that it's like assless chaps. I think that's funny. I will say the same thing like with Dolly that I will say here, like it's Hoso, and I can see Hoso in it, and I can see this like Like, this is very them. Like, they were staying true to themselves. And it was a step out of the box that I was not expecting, that I wouldn't expect. Like, I would not expect that to show up at all. So I was very much so impressed with it. It was the one time that I wasn't like, Hoso should win. You know?
Yeah. I mean, I think they should have been the top over Bitter Betty. And like I said, they had the cool accents of the, like, shoulder pads, the arms, and the head. But now that I'm, like, looking at it, how does the pants correlate to the top? And the cape? Like, it just doesn't correlate to me. But that is our runways. Our safes this week are, again, J. Jolie and Mary Cherry, as well as...
And Hoso.
Our tops this week are Bitter Betty, Dolly, Sigourney, Zavaleta. And then our bottoms this week were Saint and Coco, which... don't understand. I don't understand how Saint out of Saint compared to Mary, or even Saint compared to Jade it doesn't equate to me that those two were safe over Saint.
Same.
Doesn't make sense to me.
No part of me actually, like, there's no part of me that can even like be like, well, maybe it was this. No, I don't think he has that mentality. I don't understand Saint being there at all. I honestly don't really see how Jade was there over Coco or Mary and Coco. I can see how Coco would be very close to the bottom, and I'm comfortable with them being in the bottom. Like, I'm like, well, it was definitely not my favorite look, but Saint was completely threw me for a loop. Like, that I did not expect in any way, shape, or form.
Because to me, it was still a clean look.
Yeah, it was
minus the like stains.
Way out of like. To me, like, Mary can be out of the element. Like, they're like, this is awful, but you did something creative, so you're fine. Like, to me, Saint did something super creative, and they were like, you're still in the bottom.
Zavaleta does win this week. I am totally fine with that win. You think Dolly should have won because you hate Zavaleta.
I do not. I actually really like them.
Oh, so you changed your mind.
Yeah,
you like
at first
I
did not like them. Episode 1, I did not like them.
At first, I was afraid.
I was petrified. I kept thinking,
Ad break? No, I'm just kidding. Bottom two are Coco and Saint, and their extermination is...
ride a mechanical bull.
And everyone else has to ride a mechanical bull, but...
I called it the second floor show, because that was everyone doing it. I was like, Linda.
It was like last season when everyone had to blow an insect into a tube, and it didn't matter for the most part. Yeah, it was very much like that again, and... there's not much to say. It was music that didn't really fit them riding the bull because they are trying to be campy. At the end, Coco is roasted and they eat her, which it was kind of weird, like the animals in the bottom, the pig or the cow, and then they get roasted.
Yeah.
And they had to ride a bull. Coco's unfortunately eliminated this episode. I wish we got to see more from Coco. Yeah, what are your thoughts on this?
I agree. I didn't want to see Coco go. I thought they had a lot more to offer. I'm really glad Saint didn't go though. Like,
I mean, yeah, I didn't want any of them to go because I wanted to see more from both of them. And Saint was also vocal after the judges' critiques that, Coco's like her number one.
Like, they're like real close baddies, and they had a moment where they were like crying. They're like, we have to do this, and then Mary was like, I'm also here. Represent us.
She was like, I'm always here, and then Coco goes, girl, how could we ever forget? Like, she said something like that.
She said, girl, how could we forget you?
They had the safe contestants just sit up there and listen to everyone's critiques, which I thought was really weird.
Yeah. It was the energy was a little wild in the workroom today.
But that was this episode. Who do you think is going to be in the top 3 so far?
Like, of the whole thing?
Yeah, I'm going to ask you that question.
Hoso, Dolly, and then it's either Saint or Sigourney.
I think it's going to be Saint, Dolly, and probably Hoso or Zavaleta.
Oh, yeah. I can see top 5, Zavaleta, Saint, Sigourney, Hoso.
I mean, that probably will be the top 5.
Yeah.
There's only 3, there's 8 now, right? Jade has been safe the whole time. Mary has been safe the whole time. Bitter has been in the high once and in the bottom twice. So, to me, like, that's, like, the clear top 5 of the season.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of, like, who's going to make it to the top 4 and then top 3.
Or who slips up.
Well, they should get a caution wet sign. Cuidado, bitch. Now, Zanny, where can we find you?
You can find me on Instagram and Facebook at Zanny. Instagram it's Zanny.ex. Twitter it's just ZannyX, and then Facebook is just ZannyX as well. Where can we find you?
You can find me on most platforms at Terracard. That's TERRAHCARD. Under most platforms, even Cash App and Venmo if you're feeling flirty.
Ooh.
And you can find this podcast on Stay on the Line Podcast on Instagram, Stay on the Line on Facebook. Bitch, guess what? We back on motherfucking Twitter. I somehow got my... Knock on motherfucking wood, bitch. Knock on wood. But I somehow got my Twitter account back. So she is there for a little bit. I'm trying to, like, limit how much I tweet because I'm just scared.
Because they just don't like you on Twitter.
They just don't like me. I'm like, what the fuck? There's Nazis on this app. I'm over here just promoting my fucking podcast. Yeah, we also have a Patreon. Patreon.com/Stay on the Line, where you are going to get the video edition of this podcast in full, early access to episodes, and I'm going to start a new sewing blog soon. So, not to be confused with a tutorial, it's going to be a sewing vlog of me trying to make something. I've been planning to do a bodysuit tutorial, I just don't have the time right now, but I'll get to it. But I want to do a sewing vlog of something that I'm making soon, so I'm excited.
You know,
for
be
that.
the gag. What if? Hear me out.
I'm on season 5.
You said
and not you, loser.
of Camp on a Kiki.
No. End this call. This call is over,
No.
bitch.
What if we did a moment, right? You sewed and then I sewed. You have sewing experience, the house down boots. I have none. And then we do the same thing and then we show it at the end.
Like us wearing it, or like what do you mean?
Just like we show it off, like it's like nailed it. Like you are like, we're gonna do a bodysuit, and then you do your bodysuit, and then I try to do a bodysuit, and it would not go well, and it'll just be fun.
Oh, I mean, how would we do that? We would just reveal it on the podcast.
Yeah, like I would be like, you'd be like, okay, like show me your bodysuit, and then I would show you like a very long.
Okay, how about this? We make like for the finale of Dragula, that'll be our deadline to make an outfit for it.
No, I'm not doing that for the finale. I'm gonna look good for that.
Well, yeah, this is like 2 weeks. Like, this is like a week or a month and a half for the finale.
Yeah, but I don't know if
that's gonna give you time to like make something. Like, so like maybe we can ask people on Instagram and see like what we should make. Like maybe like an alien inspired look, or like our horror look, or filth look, or glamour look, or something like that. Would y'all want to see that? Let us know. On Patreon, or even in the YouTube comments if the video gets popped up. I was late on putting up the regular YouTube video for everyone, but I was still on time with everywhere else.
Yeah.
So, sometimes the YouTube video for everyone that has like the first like 20 to 15 minutes, those are like late uploads, but the podcast is always available on Thursdays, like at like 1 a.m.
Wait, where's our we didn't do this yet.
On the other side for you.
Freaking dumb idiot.
Yeah. Wait, push your hands a little bit more. Oh, right there, baby. We're holding an empty box, though. There's nothing there right now. Well, that does conclude this episode. Just a reminder, we have episodes every Thursday. Make sure, guys, please share the podcast. Share the podcast. Give us a good rating and review on iTunes, because other people see that shit. Our views have been going up on the podcast, which is like crazy. A few weeks ago, I just passed 2,000 views overall on the podcast, and now we're almost at 2,500 views. The Dragula series has been doing well, so I'm hoping y'all are liking that, but like, let us know if you are liking it, okay?
And give us things to talk about, baddies, if you're still here with us.
All right, well, until next time, I'm Tara Card.
And I'm Zanny X.
And make sure you stay on the line. Bye.
Bye.